Our next category is category number 6H, Politics Government Report or Series. And the nominee.
Land of the Lost, Missing State Property, WMAQ. Oswego Road Commissioner, WBBM. The Coach with No Hands, WBAY. Risk on the Rails, Railroad Secrecy, a wake-up call to Washington, WITI.
And we have two winners tonight. The first is Land of the Lost, Missing State Property, WMAQ, and Risk on the Rails, Railroad Secrecy, a wake-up call to Washington, WITI.
30 years ago, NBC5 reporter Paul Hogan revealed a list of missing state property so long it stretched through 16 floors of the Thompson Center. And guess what? Things are much worse today. NBC5 Investigates asked every state agency for the lists of missing property they are required to file by law every year. We found tens of thousands of missing items: iPads, iPhones, TVs, heavy equipment, boats, cars, from a missing electronic scarecrow to deer antlers, even the state seal. All told, over $14 million in state property you've paid for, which no one can find.
If the submitted spending is approved, the FRA will also double its staff of bridge inspectors, so it won't take a television station to turn this into this.
Canadian Pacific finally built those 3-foot-high concrete encasements around the corroded columns in December, 8 months after our original report.
You all, thank you very much. It's just an honor to be standing up here in front of all of you and everyone who shares this craft with us. Thank you very much to Kitty Smizer, who couldn't be here tonight, who actually thought this story up. The spectacular Courtney Copenhagen, my producer, who's sitting right over there. The spectacular Frank Whitaker, my boss, who is sitting right over there. And I would say that even if you weren't in the room, Frank. Deb Juarez, who could not be here tonight, my boss, who has literally left us yesterday and is going on to Miami, Florida, a great boss to work for. And all of the people that worked on this story that I'm not mentioning, I just want you to know, television is a collaborative process, and a lot of you in the room, in fact, most of us in the room know that the reporter is the person who plays the least role for all the people that are behind the scenes. But most of all, I want you all to know what an honor it is to stand up here in front of all of you, for a kid from Oklahoma to be standing in front of the Chicago TV Academy. This is a pretty amazing thing, and to work at WMAQ TV, the best shop in Chicago. Thank you very much. A quick thanks to Cale Zimney and Craig Sween. You may have heard their names before. I work with Cale, a photographer and editor, a lot. There is no one better in this business. He is a delight to work with. He's a wonderful person. Craig Sween is a devoted craftsman in our arts department who produces graphics way beyond what he should for me. He gets what I'm trying to explain, even though I can't explain it to him. And also to Jeff Frings and John Upton, a couple of people who stepped in and helped edit this piece when others couldn't. And finally, I want to thank, and I feel bad right now because I can't remember her name, but I want to thank the viewer who, coming up on almost 2 years ago now, messaged me on Facebook and said, hey, have you ever looked at this bridge? And I drove down on my free time one day and went and looked at that bridge, and that ended up being a year-long saga, which ended up being that story that you just saw there. Always listen to those viewers, because some of them, they got good ideas for you.